Let us see this problem. In this problem, the range of screen is given, that is 2.5 inch, and this echo is given. Means along with this diagram, range of screen is given, and we need to find out the distance of this pulse from the upper surface of component. So understand this problem. What is the distance of pulse if 2.5 inch screen range were used for inspection? So in this case, normal beam probe is used. So here, what is the distance of pulse? Means we need to find out this distance of discontinuity from the upper surface of component, and the range is given 2.5 inch. So here range is given and they ask depth of discontinuity. So same as screen has 10 division on x-axis, this 10 division equal to 2.5 inch because range is given as 2.5 inch. So value of single division is 0.25 inch, and if you see this diagram, the echo is plotted in between 6th and 7th division. So approximately we consider it is a 6.5. So 6.5 is the location of this pulse, and we know value of single division is 0.5. So 6.5 multiply with 0.25, it gives us value of 6.5th division, that is 1.625 inch. So this is the answer. Depth of discontinuity is 1.625. How it is calculated? The diagram is given, the location of pulse is given. The location of pulse is in between 6th and 7th division. So approximately we consider the location is 6.5. We know value of single division. So as we multiply 6.5 with 0.25, we get 1.625 inch. So see here, this is the value of single division. 0.5 is the value of second division. 0.75 is the value of third division. 1 is for fourth division. 1.25 is for fifth division. 1.50 is for sixth division, and this is the value of, or this is the location of pulse, that is 1.625 inch from upper surface of component. So this is the component, and this white shaded portion indicates the presence of discontinuity, and the depth is 1.625. Means suppose this is the location of probe. Probe transmit the ultrasound pulse. It strike on this discontinuity. Again it reflects from the discontinuity and it reaches to the transducer, or we can say search unit. So this distance is measured with the help of this system, and this distance is plotted on this A-type representation screen, that is on y-axis it is amplitude or intensity, on x-axis it is a time elapsed, and this x-axis has divided into 10 division, and this 10 division indicates a range of screen. So range of screen is 2.5, it is given, and they ask depth of discontinuity, and they have given this pulse, location of pulse also. So when we place this probe over the discontinuity, we get this type of discontinuity or this type of ultrasonic pulse or echo on the screen, as defect is present at the depth of 1.625 inch below the transducer. So this is the problem. If you have any doubt, you can ask. It is very simple, but interpretation is very important, because ultrasonic screen gives us multiple type of responses. On the screen only one pulse is given, but in an actual multiple echoes are present on the screen, and you need to identify the response of component, response of discontinuity, and response of backwall echo also. So I think it is clear. Is it clear, or is there any doubt? Draw first and second backwall pulse when the component scanned with normal beam probe. So friends, here this plate is to be inspected with the help of normal beam probe. This extreme entity can be called it as back wall echo, back wall, or extreme end of that component. So when that transducer transmit the ultrasound, it will strike on back wall, again it reflect, and it comes and it received by the transducer. So when the first reflection comes near to the transducer, then single echo appears on the screen at a particular location with respect to the depth of component. Then again ultrasound emits from the transducer, again it reaches to the back wall, again it received by the transducer. Means it is a second echo come from the same entity, or we can say back wall. So echo comes after first echo, this is second echo, and this both echoes come from the same entity, that is a back wall. So in this problem they ask, draw first and second back wall pulse when scanned with normal beam probe. So in this problem, range is given 20 inch and the part thickness is given 6 by 7 by 8 inch. So ultimately it is equal to 6.875 inch. So 6 plus 7 by 8. So it is 6.875 inch. So this much data is given. We need to draw first and second back wall pulse on this screen, which has 10 division on x axis and intensity on y axis, sound intensity. So as we know, it has 10 division, range is given 20 inch. So value of single division is 2 inch. So value of single division is 2 inch. So here part thickness is 6.875. Value of single division is 2 inch. Means single division shows 2 inch dimension. We have part thickness 6.875. Means it means that first back wall echo is in between third and fourth division. Why? Because single division has value 2 inch. So this is 2 inch, 4 inch, 6 inch, and it is 8 inch. We have value or part thickness equal to 6.875 inch. So first back wall comes in between third and fourth division as far as this calculation is concerned. Value of single division is 2 inch. So 2, 4, 6, 8. part thickness is 6.875. So first back wall comes in between third and fourth division, and second back wall echo comes in between 6th and 7th, because ultrasound needs exactly double time to travel in the two entities of this plate. So first back wall comes after this third division and before fourth division, exactly double. So 2, 4, third division shows 6 inch, 8 inch, 10 inch, 12 inch, and this is 14 inch. So second back wall echo comes in between 6th and 7th division. So this is the first back wall echo which comes in between third and fourth division, because of this one division has a value 2 inch and the part thickness is 6.875 inch. And the next second back wall echo comes in between 6th and 7th division. So concentrate here. First division has value 2 inch. Next second division has value 4 inch. 6 inch is the value of third division. Fourth division has value 8 inch. Fifth has 10 inch. Sixth has 12. Seventh has 14. So as this is the value of third and fourth division is 6 and 8, we have part thickness 6.8. So first back wall comes in between 6 inch and 8 inch, it is like this, and the second back wall echo comes in between 12 inch and 14 inch, it is shown in between 6th and 7th division. So it is attenuation. When first back wall comes, then the sound has a particular intensity. As sound wave propagate inside the component, the particle of this component absorb some amount of ultrasonic energy, and also scattering is there. So due to this absorption and scattering, intensity of ultrasound decreases, and the same ultrasound propagates in a component for 2 times. It decreases intensity of that pulse. So here we get first back wall echo has larger intensity and second back wall echo has lower intensity as compared with the first back wall echo. So it is called as attenuation. So attenuation shows here, we can see this attenuation or effect of attenuation on the screen itself. So this is another numerical. So in this numerical, again I will repeat, range is given 20 inch and the part thickness is given, that is 6.875 inch. Extreme entity is called as a back wall. So ultrasonic pulse reflect from the extreme entity and it reaches to the transducer again, and with the help of synchronization of this transducer and the machine screen, we get this response from the component. So as range is 20 inch and part thickness is 6.875, this is the calculation, or this is the value of one division. As screen has 10 division on x-axis, 10 division equal to 20 inch because the range is 20 inch. So value of single division is 2 inch, and in relation with single division or value of single division and the part thickness, we conclude that first back wall echo comes between third and fourth division, and second back wall echo comes between sixth and seventh division. As far as this value of particular division are concerned, this is the representation of first back wall echo and second back wall echo, and the intensity is reduced in case of second back wall echo, and it is due to attenuation, that is absorption and scattering of ultrasound intensity. So is there any doubt in this problem? Six into it is a representation only. It is calculated like this: 6 plus 7 by 8. Seven by 8 is 0.875, and it is 6 plus 7 by 8. It is a kind of representation only. So any other issue? So if you have any doubt regarding the previous numerical also, you can ask me. So any doubt? All numericals are clear, or may I repeat any one of the previous numerical? Okay. So see here, again I will repeat this same problem. The given is range 20 inch and the part thickness is 6 by 7 divided by 8. It comes like this: 6 plus 7 by 8. So 7 by 8 is 0.875, and 6, that is 6 plus 0.875, it comes 6.875. They ask draw first and second back wall pulse. So this is the first back wall and this is the second back wall. We need to draw these two back walls. So what is mean by back wall echo? Back wall echo is nothing but when ultrasonic pulse transmit from the transducer and it reaches to the extreme entity of component, that extreme entity is called as back wall. So extreme wall, extreme entity of component. So when that extreme entity appears on the screen with the help of this echo, that inspector need to concentrate in between the initial pulse and back wall, because whatever discontinuity present inside this two surface of component, it appears in between the initial pulse and back wall. So back wall is very important term and very important factor in this representation. So this back wall comes repeatedly after same interval of time. So first back wall comes after a particular division, second back wall comes after same interval of time, because the ultrasonic pulse continuously propagating inside the component as probe is there on the top surface, and no defect is present, no discontinuity is present inside the two surface. So due to that absence of flaw, ultrasonic pulse transmit from the top and it reflects from the bottom of component. So only back wall echo appears on the screen. So this is the concept behind this problem. So they have given range of screen is 20 inch. It means that 10 division is equal to 20 inch. So value of single division is 2 inch. So as thickness of part is 6.875, first back wall comes in between third and fourth division, because value of third and fourth division is 6 inch and 8 inch. So as we have part thickness 6.875 inch, so first back wall echo comes in between third and fourth division. So in similar pattern, second back wall comes in between sixth and seventh division, because sound propagates two times in between the two entities, that is top entity and bottom entity of component. So same ultrasound propagates double, two times. So this is first back wall when ultrasonic pulse transmit and reflects first time. This first back wall echo comes, and when the same ultrasound propagates again and transmit from the same entity, then this second back wall appears on the screen. So due to that same interval of time required for the propagation of second time, due to that double propagation, two back wall comes on the screen. Suppose the screen has another range, means 25 or 30, then again multiplication of these two echo, again next echo appears on the screen. As in the problem they have asked only draw first and second back wall, we have drawn only 1 and 2 back wall on the screen. But if you increase the range, we get multiple type of back wall on the screen. It is related to the calibration of component or calibration of probe. We will see in the calibration how this back wall echo comes continuously on the screen as we increase the range. We will see in the calibration afterwards. So this is the numerical related to data representation. So let us move towards the next, or is there any doubt? Is there any doubt? Someone is speaking something. काय झालं? So before going towards the type of discontinuity, let us discuss something about the difference in between discontinuity and defect. So as far as the evaluation of component takes place with the help of ultrasonic method, multiple responses comes on the screen as component has multiple we can say it is a disturbance, or it is a crack, or it is a minor porosity. So there are multiple responses on the machine. It comes from the minor porosity, it comes from the age of component, it comes from the extreme entity of component. So multiple echoes comes on the screen. From that multiple responses, inspector need to sort out which response comes from the major discontinuity and which response comes from the minor discontinuity, and whether that discontinuity hampers the performance. If that discontinuity hampers the performance of component, then that discontinuity can be called as defect. Means due to presence of that type of discontinuity, if that component is rigid, then that discontinuity is called as defect. Means discontinuity is defined as the imperfection or interruption in the normal physical characteristic or structure of object. It may be a crack, it may be a porosity, it may be a inhomogeneity, whatever. So whatever disturbance in the characteristic of component, it is called as a discontinuity. But whether that discontinuity affects, hampers the performance of component, then we need to take care of that discontinuity, and that discontinuity afterwards call it as defect. So what is meant by defect? So defect is defined as flaw or flaws. It is a single flaw or it may be a group of flaw that by nature or accumulated effect render a part or product unable to meet minimum acceptable applicable acceptance standards or specification. Means designer design a component for a particular performance, to complete a particular performance. If that component does not reach up to that particular performance due to the presence of discontinuity, then that discontinuity can be called as defect. So this is the difference in between discontinuity and defect. Suppose a huge casting is there and that casting supports the main assembly. Means suppose that component is a supporting structure and minor porosity is present inside that casting, then that discontinuity cannot be treated as a defect. But suppose a major blowhole is present inside the casting and in future for during the machining that blowhole appears in the atmosphere or appears in front of the design engineer, then it affects on the performance of component. Means presence of minor porosity in that casting cannot be treated as a defect, it is discontinuity. But presence of major blowhole inside the casting, that can be treated as a defect. So during inspection, minor porosity also gives us response on the screen, and that major blowhole also gives us response on the ultrasonic machine. So that inspector need to sort out these type of responses, and that inspector need to give a proper report regarding that casting. So keep in mind the difference in between discontinuity and defect. So type of discontinuity. So these discontinuities are categorized according to the manufacturing processes. So first one, inherent discontinuities. So that inherent discontinuities is a group refers to discontinuities that originate during the initial casting process. So the discontinuities originate during the initial casting process and also includes the discontinuity that are produced when metal is casted as part of any given shape. Means during initial processes of manufacturing, if any discontinuity originate inside the component, that discontinuities can be called as inherent discontinuities. So these are the few examples of inherent discontinuities. First is cold shed. It originates due to the collaboration of two metal flow, that is hot metal, molten metal. One molten metal comes from the first gate, another molten metal, flow of molten metal comes from the second gate, and it collaborates in between. So when the minor gap is present inside the two stream of molten metal, it solidifies as it is, then cold shed originates inside the component. It is inherent discontinuity. Hot tear, it is due to the extreme solidification and cooling of component. At the sudden cross section, it appears a smaller crack in the form of smaller crack, and it is called as a hot tear. Look here, this is the drawing of ingots, that is raw material used for forging as well as rolling. So in this ingot, multiple discontinuities are shown. So this is the third, that is micro shrinkage. It is also type of inherent discontinuity because it appears during the manufacturing of this ingot. Fourth, it is a major shrinkage. This is micro shrinkage, this is major shrinkage, or we can say it is a type of shrinkage which appears on this top surface. Then next, that is pipe defect. It is originate during the solidification of this ingot. It is somewhat similar to the cold shed, but as it is deep inside the ingot, it is called as a pipe defect. So look here on the screen. First one cold shed, second one hot tear, next one micro shrinkage, fourth one major shrinkage, and then pipe defect. So these type of defects are the examples of inherent discontinuities which originate during the initial casting of raw material as well as component. Second, primary processing discontinuities. So this group of discontinuities that originate during the hot or cold forming processes, such that extrusion, forging, rolling, drawing, welding. Means it is a primary processing methods, then grinding also, machining, heat treating, plating, related finishing operations. So there are multiple type of operations. If the discontinuity originate during this type of processing, then that discontinuity comes under this primary processing discontinuity category. So look here, this is a normal rolling process. First one, crack which is present inside the component. After rolling, it converts into seam. So first discontinuity is crack, second is seam. Seam, it is a type of connection in between the two component or two layer of same component. Non-metallic inclusions, suppose any impurity trapped during the casting and it as it is comes during the rolling and it appears during the rolling, then it can be a primary processing discontinuity. Then stringers, these discontinuities or these non-metallic inclusions pressed in the rolling and it converts into stringers. So these type of discontinuities may be there inside the component during this secondary processing. The most important is the welding defect. During the joining process by welding, number of defect appears in front of us. So this first image shows that ideal weld where the fusion of welding rod is very proper. Suppose due to the thermal reactions extreme fast cooling of that weld is there, then this crack generated inside this welding. Porosity, it is due to the uh, improper selection of welding rod and oxidation during the welding. This is undercut, this is manual error. This is slag inclusion, it is a interaction of impurities inside the weld. Spattering, it is near the welding joint. It is due to the improper welding method, adoption of improper welding method. Incomplete fusion, incomplete penetration, and then overlap. So there are multiple type of we can say drawback, or we can say it is a discontinuities present inside the weld joint. So see, there are multiple types of discontinuities which can be treated as a primary processing discontinuity. Service discontinuity. So this is the third group. So this group refers the discontinuity that originate or develop while the component is in service. So that component may be subjected to the structural loading or any mechanical loading, or it may be subjected to the chemical environment or the huge maintenance. So corrosion is also comes in the service discontinuity, and which can be appears due to the extreme corrosive chemical environment. The fatigue, the crack of fatigue or the failure of fatigue can be treated as service discontinuity. This is the example of crack generation due to extreme corrosive agent at the one end of component. Suppose your component is subjected to extreme corrosive agent on either side, and suppose a minor crack is present on the surface of component, then this corrosive agent is responsible to propagate that crack inside the component, and it may fail your component during the service. So these are the few examples of service discontinuities. So these are the three types of or three categories of discontinuities. Let us see the calibration of probe with the help of V1 and V2 block. Okay, I think it is 11:52. So let us stop here. On the next lecture we will see this V1 and V2 block.